Cassante is still available. We saw him dismantle Owner and Zeus together with it when Zeus played the Jace in the series against Gen.G, and that's what he's going to do again here, or at least hope to do, into Frog on the Jace.
Kane is pretty insane on Cassante. He does have that one clip where I was like, oh, well, I guess it's just Cassante, and then he 1v3'd. It's not fair when he does get his hands on this champion. It was banned in the second phase of Game 1 because they didn't want to see him play it.
He's played the Tristana so many times, he's played into it so many times, knows this matchup. He's going to get slowed here.
The whole team is in the brush, guys. As they're going to bubble it, they're going to get the flash out of Yehu. Trying to get something out of Chovy. Lahen's going to flash over the wall now. He's in a bit of trouble, as he doesn't have his flash anymore, and he should be going down here. As flash forward now from Pleta, looking for more. And it's first blood to Maokai. Sponge going to pick this one up.
Yeah, some flashes down here. Ash, Caitlyn, they do not have vision in the brush.
So they saw him on the Gromp. They're not respecting this engage. Pleta does not have flash, so he's just dead. Guys, you saw him on the Gromp. Your support doesn't have flash. Yeah. Definitely good stuff so far from Frog. But Cannon's a level 3 route, and he's trying to get some stuff done. We do have Sponge coming on up to the top side as well, but Frog is going to be forced to flash away from this one. Cannon no longer has his flash, but he's going to hit the max range Q, although Frog is going to stay alive, and now Sponge is here. Either way, that's the way it did pan out. And now Sponge is on the bottom side of the map. Here, Pay's already taken a bunch of damage. Just step on a trap. He is going to cleanse away from the root, but this is pretty elementary as a very nice dive does come in from the side of DRX.
Well played. Teddy should be able to grab that plate as well. He does, and now Lahen's is next on the chopping block.
Yep, Pleta going to tank up a couple of shots, and it's done perfectly. That's a couple of kills now for DRX on the bottom side of the map. And it looks like he does want to.
Yeah.
Once it's ready.
No flash for Frog.
There it is. Cannon's gonna spot. He can just put down his early Knight's Vow for one of his 380 carries. As now, Sponge...
This lethality, Caitlyn, as Frog.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The knockup is going to come in here as he gets knocked away by the hammer. So Frog doesn't have any way to get away from this, although it does go pretty far away. But this is Cassante, who am I kidding? He's got another dash.
And will find himself in the death chamber. So over here, Sponge does have level 6. He's just going to come back for another setup of a dive.
Yep, this time Cannon is here, but meanwhile, in the mid lane, a one-on-one. Chovy doesn't really seem too scared about that, actually, as now calling on the bottom side of the map. Looks like Yehu did get away, but he had to flash.
Chovy's ultimate, and he will have to flash, as you mentioned, as once again, Canyon stays down here.
This time there is Arrow, all summoners available for DRX's bottom lane. Still just trying to help out the bottom lane. Cannon's taking a lot of damage here, but now Pleta, he's not going to respect the Rel combo. He's just going to get Magna Stormed in the face as here comes Sponge, but is he on time is the question. Another Q is going to come through, and Teddy just gets run into as Pays will be able to take him down with the help of Lahen's. Actually flashes and then dies, as Sponge might be able to follow up on this one. Nice Q.
Bit of a messy one down there, but Gen.G have really evened up the gold.
Yeah, and what do you do when new players join the LCK? You bully them. This dive is not going very well. Pay's just going to die to the turret. So actually, Gen.G are the ones bullying themselves, I guess. That dive was not it.
What is going on, Valdez?
Yeah, who's just dead?
No flash. We're just devolving to solo queue right now in this game.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, Sponge.
And it's an engage from Canyon. Pleta is once again dead. He's just taking a huge amount of damage from this one, and now Canyon's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to run this one off with his horse pants, but it's not quite going to work out. The heal comes through, but the Q hits as down will go Lahen's, and DRX win the 3v3.
He wants to stop these plates from going over, but he is actually now under threat. He wants to farm. Yehu
is dead. Is he? One Q? Yeah, that's it.
You knew he was dead.
Just very unfortunate for them. They get Ocean Soul the first time around. I mean, they weren't even able to get a second Drake, or a third Drake rather in the last game, but still.
Awkward fight here.
That calling gonna come through. Arrow is dodge. Not easy to hit that one. Peas also has cleanse. And now Canyon, he's just gonna say, okay, well, my mid lane's going pretty well, so I guess I'll just come here into the mid lane and help out with this. Meanwhile, in the top side, Sponge knows where his bread is buttered, as maybe he doesn't actually. Double TP is coming in from the entire side of Gen.G. Teddy is so dead, and down he will go. Keen not going to be able to catch Sponge, as Canyon will do the job instead, as he was just running up the river himself. The disengage cone is definitely going to help out very nicely here, but unfortunately, Cassante is more overpowered than the blast cones. Still a Caitlyn in this game. Teddy's doing a good job of trying to cut off cut off some angles and stuff, but at the end of the day, no stopping Canyon from hopping on in there, as he will come up now. So at least you have that. Chovy might be in a bit of trouble here as the Maokai ultimate does come out. Does get caught by the edge of that one. Very nice shockwave. There is no wave here, but it does not matter with the completed calls. So Jace definitely should be doing some work here, as Yehu in a bit of trouble. That arrow is not going to do much. And again, this 1v1 is not going to work. Yehu can't really match Chovy in the side lane right now. As now Sponge is like, I'm just going to run away, I guess, and down go the Rift Heralds, and out comes Sponge.
The Rift Herald escape pod.
Yeah.
In action here, Sponge will have the flash away, but they're not done yet.
Thankfully, Chovy has, nope, it's not going to matter. The ult does follow. And no disengage code, and is going to help him out this time. As now Sponge is going to get re-caught here with no summoners. Down he goes.
Constant skirmish game as Keen is once again going to come up behind them here, not giving any mid-prio, not giving any control.
Yeah. Nice trap here, and Keen is in a bit of trouble. That Caitlyn is doing a nice amount of damage, even with the stacking armor that Keen does have.
For sure. Going to try to chase this. And some of the stuff that we're seeing here for Yehu is obviously correct. You know, some of these plays here, knowing where Chovy is, punishing the greed here. It wasn't just him. Obviously, Teddy coming over to help out as well. Yeah, poor
The Pengu! Wait.
Yeah, it's a ping now. Where's that Poke Frog? He's got the plant to give him some additional vision. Not going to be a great one, but it's enough.
The Hawk shots are good. They know exactly the health of this as it is coming down. There is a trinket as well. DRX are going to have to do something. Gen.G are not backing down from this Baron. As we can see, the poke is going to hit Chovy mainly, as now the tidal wave is excellent to keep Sponge out of this one. And look at Keen as well, just going to ult him. Excellently done by the top laner of Gen.G to keep the jungler out of this one. But now can they win the fight is the question. As here comes Canyon, going to take down Frog as he is the front line right now. And the Maokai, you know, Sponge, he's the only one left here with 380 carries. He's just got to turn tail and get out. Thankfully, the pressure onto this map with the Baron power plays. Here comes a Hex Flash, but the Nature's Grasp is going to help out a bit, but only helps out the rest of the team.
As Teddy, got to be further back than you are.
You got to avoid the minefield as well. Culling is going to come out. Teddy, he's so low, and he just gets taken out, assassinated by the Lucian. I guess that's why we still pick this champion, as that's a double kill for Pays.
Okay, Teddy may have overextended, but then on the chase, they
Watch
come through
this.
here. Hayes, calls.
The end of this is so clean. Oh, and then just a bit more cherry on top.
And the fact that he could just beat this Orianna in sides means the Orianna late game side threat is not really going to be an issue. So speaking of issues,
yeah, even all of those traps not going to help out. Although Sponge does live, and now you've got to run through the traps, so Redemption is going to help out nicely. This Orianna that's already incredibly strong. We also have Bloodthirster finished for Pays. So your damage dealers are doing a lot, and your tanks have just stacked an incredible amount of armor, as Pleta doesn't exist anymore. He is just pushed away, as we do have a big fight coming in here, and Yehu's just not here. Neither is Keen, but now Sponge is going to be taken out as well, and Canyon finally pulls the trigger. They don't even need that Baron. They're just going to run at DRX and kill 4 of them. And that might just be the end of the game.
Yep, they end up catching them there in the top lane before the Baron even spawns. Who needs Baron setups? King gets his 1500th kill, the first LCK top laner to do so. And he may be picking up a POG in this one as well. They're pushed to end.
Yeah, that should do it. And Gen.G gonna make it pretty quick here. We talked about some long metas in recent times. Not the case when Gen.G does play off against teams they are much better than. So, quick 2-0. And a bunch of kills in this second game. Gen.G, you see that Keen just takes negative damage.